Welcome to Techno-Analyst. Today we will see how Inter VLAN routing is working. For that we will configure a small scenario which is in VLAN, and through VLAN, as you see in my previous video, you cannot exchange data between two logical networks. So we will install one router, and through router we can exchange data from VLAN also. So how this is possible we can see in this video. So I will take my previous configuration of V. So this is my configuration in the previous video about a VLAN. So what I will do, I will change little bit over here. First we will delete this command because this is all VLAN command what we configured. So you can check this out on my previous video. Plus what we will do, we will keep all this setting as it is, but we will change the network over here. We can choose 196.1.3 and here we will choose 196.1.50. so what I will do, I will change the series over here, like all the network series from the account team. So what we'll do, we will choose any class A IP address like 10 series. So the IP address we will use is 10.0.0.255.0.0.0. This is the 10.0.0.3 255.255, sorry, 0.0.0. So we'll change same IP address over here, 10.0.0.2 subnet mask 255.0.0.0. Later on we will add default gateway also. So here also we will change the IP address 10.0.0.3. the mask will be 255.0.0.0. okay, so now let's exchange the packet. It's successfully transferred from one end to here, and so here also we will check. Okay, so let's see, with this two VLAN we can exchange the data. No, it's failed. So in this scenario, in the real world scenario, if you connected a switch, means two different logical networks should communicate with each other, you will install one router. So whenever one thing you can remember, whenever the IP is changed, router will come. Whenever the IP address is changed, router will definitely come. So you should always keep remember this thing. Whenever the IP address is changed, you have to install a router. So we will use this router over here, and we will connect this router through use this gigabyte 01.0.0.0. okay, what we are configuring in this video, which is Inter VLAN configuration. So we will see Inter VLAN configuration over here. So now what we have to do, marketing team can communicate with accounting. So what we will do, it's already VLAN configured over here, so this cannot exchange the data. So we have to configure the router and tell to the router that you can communicate between these two logical network which is configured in this switch. So the router can take a packet from VLAN 26 and send to VLAN 25. Same router can take a packet from VLAN 25 and send to VLAN 26. So all these settings we will configure to the router. So first we will configure the router. So now in this switch configuration we will assign a trunk port to this gigabyte port. We will assign trunk port to this gigabyte port. So what we will do, we will just over here. As I mentioned over here, trunk port gigabyte 0/1. So the IP address I have to mention over here in the router end, which is I have to tell the router that you have to consider the IP address 192.168.1. Series and 10.0.0. Series. So I will just write the command over just I. So I will just put IP address over here for your understanding. 1.1. This should be work as your default gateway also. Same we will apply over here. This is we will keep over here like this. So now what we have to do, we have assigned this IP address at this end. We have assigned this IP address to this end to tell them router that you have two VLAN 25 and 26 and they should be communicate with each other, and this port should be work as a trunk. So we can give two IP address to this one interface over which is connected over here with we are using command for encapsulation. So first we will give trunk port to this gigabyte 0/0/1. So we have to go to the switch. You can give over here also. From here we just click on trunk, so it will be turned into the trunk, or just go to the command prompt and type a command. First so this is your switch. This is your switch. In the command prompt also you can configure a trunk port. Enable config and you have to type interface name, interface gigabyte gig 0/1. So switch port, type a trunk command, switch port, um, and right. So I will copy this command and paste it for your understanding. So here I will write for you after VLAN configuration. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. So here I will write for you after VLAN configuration, you can run this command switch port mode trunk and save the setting. So we will configure this setting. Now we will configure the router setting for data encapsulation. Okay. So first we have to find out which port it is connected. It's gigabyte 000. Okay. We will enter to the router to command prompt. The router first enable the router and now click config. Now type boot show IP interface brief. Okay, this actually this is if it is not up, then you have to open this port before you configure encapsulation. So right now it is up, so I don't need to switch on this port. It's already open. So we will directly go to the interface and we will assign encapsulation command over here. So interface, okay, 0/0/0 dot what is a VLAN. We are using VLAN 25 and VLAN 26. So first we will configure VLAN 25, which is 196.1.1. Okay, so I will put over here for your understanding. This is a VLAN 25 and this is for VLAN 26. Okay, type over here 25, enter. The moment you click enter, you can see it's changed stage to up and you can see this sub IF sub interface. So now in this sub interface you can run encapsulation command and give IP address. Encapsulation in small letter better way. Encapsulation dot 1q dot VLAN 25. I think there is a space. Okay. Now add IP address. IP add 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. This is our IP address. See this 192.1.1 VLAN 25. So click enter, click and click right to set the setting. Now we will apply same command to the interface VLAN 26. So for that again you have to go to the config mode. In config mode you have to type interface type interface gigabyte 0/0/0. In this interface type type dot 26. Now type encapsulation command, but here instead of 25 type 26 encapsulation dot 1q space 26. Enter, click on and save the setting. Now we will see this. Oh, sorry. Now we will check over here. I will delete all scenarios. Now what we will do, we'll check over here everything is okay. So you can see over here, okay. So now we will check this PC2, means we will check this PC which IP it will ping or not, like ping. First we will check itself it is pinging or not. 10.0.0 is 3 pinging. Now what we will check, we'll check another system, it's pinging or not. Yes, it's pinging. Now we will check this pinging, this one router 0.1, it's not pinging, right? So what we will do, we will assign default gateway 10.0.0.1. This is a default gateway for this VLAN environment. Same we will apply IP address over here. Ten dot zero dot zero dot one. Now I know there is one mistake, but I will explain it later. So now we will what we'll do, we will same apply default gateway for this VLAN 25, which is 192.168.1.1. This should be the default gateway for VLAN 25. So let's start desktop config 192.168.1.1. Here also we will do the same 192.168.1.1. Okay, so now let's see what happened instead of using packet. So now let's see from here which system we can ping through command form. Ping 192.168.1.2. It's pinging. Okay, now we will ping. I am typing again 3 also pinging. Now we will ping 1.1, which is this one, a default gateway. So here default gateway is also pinging, right? So let's try this VLAN 26 is pinging or not. VLAN 26 default gateway we will first check 10.0.0.1. Okay, so what happened, guys, while configuring VLAN 26, I forget to mention the IP address. If you remember, you can check it out. So what we'll do, we will give the IP address to the VLAN 26 in data encapsulation. I will show you that. that was like, oh, I mentioned a half command over here and I thought it's completed. Yeah, okay, no. So now you can see over here, after this command, I forget to mention the IP address. We do not need to worry about that which command we give previously, and right now we don't remember. So what we will do, we will check with the command which show IP interface brief. With this, you can see over here it is unassigned. So you will get to know that with this command that the IP address is for encapsulation is not assigned over here for VLAN 26. So let's give IP address for VLAN 26 scenario. Config. Here also you can first go to the interface 0/0/0. Oh, sorry. And in this interface, just type what you have to type: dot VLAN 26 encapsulation space dot 1Q space 26 IP address 10.0.0.1 255.0.0.0. Click end. Right now, close. We will close later. Now we will check with this. So now we will check with this PC command prompt. First we will ping uh, first we will ping this IP address. This is a PC one, right? So we will ping this PC0 IP address 192.168.1.2. It's pinging. Now ping this default gateway. Default gateway is pinging. Okay, so now we will ping VLAN 26 default gateway. We assign 10.0.0.1. It's pinging over here. Default gateway is pinging. So now we will ping this VLAN 26 host, which is 003. It's showing request timeout, means it's not pinging. Okay, so right now we are in the position that our this host can ping router VLAN 26 gateway, but it will not ping this VLAN 26 users. So for that, what you have to do, you have to close this, just go to the router and just type config. In that config, type a router rip network 192.168.1.0 and network 10.0.0.0. Click and right? Configuration is built up. So now we will check. We can ping from last scenario. What was happening? We can ping over here. We can ping over here till the router gateway of VLAN 26. So now we will started pinging of 002 or 003. So let's ping. You can see over here that 001. Okay, 001 is pinging. Yes, it's pinging. So now we will go to ping 002. This is sorry. This is 002. Still it is not pinging. So there is some problem still which we are not able to sort out. So you can see over here. So still it is not pinging, means we have to troubleshoot. So first I will click on router and I will type show IP interface brief. You can see my both port is up. Encapsulation is also given over here. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so there is a problem, could be the switch end. I have to check on my switch. Click enable. Same, I will run the command show IP interface brief. Okay, so here my two port is open, port number 15 and 16, and here 1 and 2 is open. Okay, so let me check in VLAN, is everything is okay or not. Show VLAN. Okay, so this is how you can trace out the issue. Here you can see this in my 26 account VLAN. I configure port number 23 and 24. Let me check over here. Oh, this is a port number 15 and this is a port number 16. Okay, so guys, please don't confuse. Okay, so this is a, so we will troubleshoot this, but you have to find out which port which is connected. So this, so we will troubleshoot this thing in switch. Like you can see over here, 15 and 16, these both port are on. So what we'll do, we will add this both port in VLAN 26. So for that, VLAN 26. Oh, sorry, config VLAN 26. In VLAN 26, we have to add interface range 0 /1, sorry, /15/16 hyphen 16. Switch port access VLAN 26. Switch port access VLAN 26. Type and right. Now show VLAN. Show VLAN. So right now you can see our port of 15 and 16 into the VLAN. So what we will do, we will run show IP interface brief. These two ports are open. and this both the port are in VLAN. So now we will take a cursor over here, and you can see the port number 15 and 16 is in VLAN, and it is configured both the port to VLAN. So now we will check. So now we will check we can ping or not. See, now we can ping the IP address which is 0.0.2. In this video you will learn some troubleshooting also. 10.now003, right? Okay, so we will ping 0.0.3. let's see this, that's so now from this interface we will ping both these IP address. Let's check it out. Now which is the .192.168.1.1. This is the default gateway, right? So default gateway is pinging. So now we will check 1.2 and 1.3. 1.2 is also pinging. Now we will check 1.3. 1.3 is also pinging. This is how you can configure Inter VLAN routing. Plus you can learn some troubleshooting from in this video. Yes, it's a good one. Let me copy paste the command which I will use over here for data encapsulation for Inter VLAN routing. So I will copy paste the command over here for your understanding which command we will use in a router. So all these commands we will use in this router. So we will configure this interface, we will configure this interface, and we configure this interface also. Here we will configure this port as a trunk. Please remember that. Like I will show directly from over here. See this. We will use this port as a trunk. So in this we create two sub interface over here. Encapsulation in for VLAN 25 and 26, and for after configuring all this stuff for user host is not pinging, it's not exchanging the data. So we will run a router rip. With the help of the router rip, the routing is happening. So they can exchange data between one VLAN to other VLAN. See this successfully. See this. Now this one also you can exchange it. See this. Laptop to PC0. This. So this is how you can configure your Inter VLAN configuration to installing one router. And Inter VLAN is all about two different logical network can communicate with the help of the router. Thank you.